Welcome. Welcome in, everybody. How's it going? We got TommyBuckets here. Say hi, Tommy. Hey, how's everybody doing?
Hey, how we doing?
Nice to see you all again. We got a fun Skyward Series match later today. It'll be the only match of the night, but hey, it includes Knights of Chaos here against Floofy Strykers. We saw Floofy Strykers yesterday in a 2v2 series win 3-0 against the Bloody Stumps. Now today they play the Knights of Chaos here in what's going to be an exciting matchup of two exciting teams. You couldn't have asked for anything better than this, Tommy.
Yeah, it's gonna be my first time being back since the end of RLSS, and I am super excited to get in here and be able to cast not only for Knights of Chaos but Skyward Series as well. So I'm pretty excited on this. I know a lot about these guys, and I expect some high flying action here from them.
Yeah, me too. Again, we haven't actually seen Knights of Chaos, I think, for a little while. But they've had an extremely successful season so far. Again, both these teams, though, are 5-1. We'll see how far this season will take them. As, again, as you said, should be a good series here. How's stream looking, by the way? Because, again, I know people... Stream looking good?
Looking good on our end, yeah.
Well, at least if it's looking good on your end, it's looking good then. As we got a prediction poll coming out. As, again, as you said, it's 3v3, it's going to be close. It should be close. I don't see why it shouldn't be here between both these teams. As, again, it's Knights of Chaos, Floofy Strykers.
All some solid teams, it sounds like. Records are sitting pretty decent. You know, the guys at Knights of Chaos like to put on the pressure, and from the sounds of it, so does the Floofy Strike.
Yeah, last time we saw Floofy Strykers was when they played Strykers of Chaos Emerald, the other Knights of Chaos team here. They beat them 3-1 in an exciting matchup. Ended with their captain Aiko. She hit a Doomsday Dish to end the overtime in that fourth and final game. As here we go. As again, this should be an overall good... It's a little laggy? Yeah, again, I've been hearing some issues with this stream. Again, I'm hoping that everything can be okay. Let me know if it ever gets worse or better, by the way. Again, there's currently some internet issues on my side. I'm really hoping that it doesn't persist, but if it does, again, Tommy does have everything set up on his side. So if we absolutely have to, we can move there. But for right now, we're going to stick with this stream for now because currently the issues are pretty minimal, hopefully. But again, as you said, it's going to be good. This should be a series to remember.
Yeah, it should be a super, super exciting one. So that's what I'm looking for.
As some people are saying that you're going a bit silent, you might want to fix your mic. Might have some issues there. Just check here. He's gonna check his mic.
Going a little silent.
Yeah, at the end. Yeah, you kind of cut off at the end of your messages.
Wonder why? That's crazy.
There you go. He's gonna go. He's gonna fix his mic up a little bit.
Is that any better? We getting better?
Yeah, it looks like it's a bit better now. As yeah, I think I think the stream issues have fixed themselves now, which is nice. Yeah, again, we're having some lag at the start of the stream. I think it's all fixed up because my internet has now just shut up. I think it's gotten better. Again, people watching, let me know. I've been having internet issues in the last couple of days. I'm really hoping they don't persist, but they have been. Before the stream, they did notice that there were some issues, but I think they fixed themselves. Again, so sorry about that there at the start if we were lagging a little bit. At least you guys could hear us. You know, that's a little more important. As a caster, they can actually hear what we're doing. As, man, again, as you said, next up, coming up, Splash Series Season 3 coming up very soon as well. I know you want to talk about that. Even though it's a Skyward Series matchup, there's still Splash Series action that is sure to be had soon.
Yeah, we have some pretty exciting stuff coming in for Season 3. You got a little bit of time to start...
Oh wait, did you not see the lobby, by the way?
No, I'm gonna...
Oh, let me make that. Both teams, I think, have been trying to join the lobby, and we don't have one. Whoops! Let me make sure we fix that there by actually having a lobby for you go to join. There you go. Let me... I thought you were gonna stay in there, in all honesty. That's why I didn't make a new one. But we've made a lobby. There we go. That should fix it. Whoops! Sorry about that.
We're back in it. First time back in the booth. Just
Yep, and already, it's already a lot of fun. No, I'm joking around again. Talk to us about the Splash series before, while I cut you off.
yeah, it starts May 4th. We're starting to get signups for it. We've got a lot of attention in our lower divisions in our C1 through GC2. And we're still piecing together our top division, which we're going to call the Tsunami Cup coming into the season. I'm pretty excited about that. And it's going to be a really exciting season 3. Got some big things planned, new things coming to the overlays. Uh, some of the teams got to experience a new like postcard that we've been putting out. So it's been pretty exciting.
Yeah, again. I saw Iko in there talking about if Coach Nix can join. Coach Nix can join if Knights of Chaos agree to. If they agree to it, send me proof or have them just tell me that they're okay with it. And yeah, your coach is fine. I don't have a problem with that at all. As let's get ourselves in game here. This will be a best of 5. And again, we're gonna make sure we sort through all the issues here. As again, TommyBuckets, again, a best of 5 series here. You haven't been here in a while, but how does it feel?
Man, dude, I miss being in the booth. Like I said, I had to take a little hiatus, and with us in the postseason, kind of, you get that itch. You want to get back in the booth, so it's always exciting to be able to get back in here, especially with you and with knowing Knights of Chaos. It's going to be a little easy, friendly reminder getting back into it.
Yeah, as you said, Knights of Chaos played in the Splash series. They had a pretty successful season as well. I think they got what did they get, like? What position did they get? Top 6, right?
Top 6, yeah. They almost made it all the way. They're having a little bit of roster issues, but I think talking with Mayhem, things are going to be squared away coming in the next season, as well as maybe even some more teams. So might see some exciting things going on for them.
As we're hearing that the lobby info might be incorrect, I may have forgotten to fix it. My goodness, we're having some issues here, aren't we?
You need me to leave?
Oh, I accidentally just joined the wrong thing. Oh my goodness, we are making issues here. Let me... Oh no. Here, leave that one. What a great stream! Right before I go on my vacation. Yes, this will be my last stream before I go off to Spain, so... We gotta make sure it's a good one here. Let me...
Get a little bit of Knights of Chaos and then head to Spain? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, hey, what a great way to end off the commentary for the time being. Again, I'm gonna be gone for a little bit, but... Alright, I'll be back. Alright, I'll be back afterwards. Just, like the Terminator. As, again, in we all are. And this should be a
German,
fun series.
in chat, you're gonna have to add me as a friend request first. I have that set up so that I know who I'm talking to better on Discord.
Yeah, exactly, we're friends.
Shoot me a message or shoot me like a friend request, and
Yeah, I'd love to get Emerald in the series. They're crazy. Emerald is crazy. They have Emerald. The thing about Emerald is they always keep it close, no matter who they're playing. They either play up or play down to their opponents, and no matter what, it's really exciting.
yeah, I've actually got to witness them play. I haven't got to cast for them too much, but I did get to see them play, and they are an exciting team out there, and it would be awesome to see. Tommy, man. I like them game 5s, high action, down to the wire matchups.
Yeah, exactly. Again, waiting here. I'm on TV. Michael, you've been on this stream before, 2 times before this. Again, with that 3v3 match, and then yesterday for that 2v2 matchup, where they swept their opponents in the bloody stumps. Now in comes the Knights of Chaos, Flip Sliderson, Meatman, and Lade. This is going to be an interesting matchup for sure. But let's get ready for this one. Best of 5 series. Only one tonight. It's the Knights of Chaos on the blue. The Floofy Strykers on the orange. As there we go. I was gonna say they've done this before. They know exactly what that means. That good luck. That's a symbol for them. That's a signal for them to join. And TommyBuckets, let's get into the action.
Here we go. The kickoff match number 1. Always exciting to see Meatman in that dominance, man. He really is able to kind of be that defensive anchor for him. They rely so heavily on him as they should. He's a phenomenal player at the midfield line. A lot of teams that I've seen him play against have a lot of issues with him, so I'd like to see how they handle that.
Yeah, of course. Again, one of the players I think, though, that you want to focus on, obviously you said Meatman Lade, the newest addition. I don't know if you've really seen a lot from Lade here, but he has been the newest thing that Knights of Chaos have, and he's been really strong for them. A new offensive weapon along with Meatman. And then it depends whether or not they have Flip Sliderson or Mayhem on what they kind of do offensively or defensively. As you know, Mayhem loves his demo plays, but Flip Sliderson more defensive. He's a more defensive, all-around, more consistency-based player. And so that changes up the playstyle no matter what's happening here. Whereas for Floofy Strykers, players to focus on. You gotta focus on Aiko. She's a real goal scorer. Chases that ball all over the place on offense. As well as AC. AC played yesterday. He got a bit of a slow start, but in gameplay especially, he came alive and really put off some incredible mechanical plays. Scored a flip reset double tap, which was absolutely incredible. You don't see that happen often in this league. And
It's always exciting when players get a little mechanical and show you just about some of the skills they've dedicated some time to the game.
yeah, of course, as so far back and forth, no real offense here for either of these teams, but Knights of Chaos, as I think you can tell, a little more aggressive, which makes a lot of sense. They are known to be aggressive. They're one of the most aggressive teams here in the Challenger Series. That aggression is one of the reasons why they're so successful. Me man, first one, saved by Tripwire, Flip Sliderson. Oh, that's off the back wall. Knights of Chaos walked in. It was me man trying to force it through, and yet Tripwire keeps this one close. As now, oh my goodness, to everybody! AC will get it off of Aiko! And some massive mistakes here from Knights of Chaos. While they're great at offense, their defense could use some work, especially when everybody can't make contact.
Woo! They sent the house on that one. Way to stay patient from Aiko. Am I saying that right?
Aiko.
Man, get that one down.
You gotta write it down there on his.
Finish there.
You gotta write down the notes there. As now cleared by Tripwire. Lade puts it back in. Knights of Chaos not giving up on the offense. Aiko with another one. Flip Sliderson towards the net. That's just high. Now Lade with some space. Opts to hit it to the side here. In towards the corner. Maybe infield passing option. Tripwire clears it, but Knights of Chaos holding the midfield down. Flip Sliderson shot saved by Aiko. Another big save from her. What a great play from the captain.
My goodness. Knights of Chaos knocking on the doorstep a few times. Flip getting close, but not getting the shot he needed, but finds a teammate sitting mid. It's Lade making it happen, and they tie it back up 1-1. And a little bit of scoreboard symmetry there. TommyBuckets loves to see it. 1-2-2-2-1, baby.
I can never notice those things, and yet other people do, and it always surprises me whenever you notice, like, fun little time things. Now, it's a Chaos. I mean, at some points, I think you have to agree, at some point their offense is going to work. They're not a team that can get shut out very easily. Like, you have to really work to shut these guys out. They will find ways through. They're that persistent. The problem with them is not so much on their offense, it's on their defense, as, again, multiple whiffs on the backfield here, and another goal for Aiko.
Way to stay strong, just waited patiently, waited for the opportunity, and put it up in that top corner. Well played shot coming from Aiko. I like to see Knights of Chaos kind of lock in on defense. Like you said, they're very fast paced. They like to put shots on board, start knocking at the doorstep quite often. But you got to be able to keep teams out of the net as well.
Yeah, and that's been kind of the difference maker for Knights of Chaos in all other series. If you can prevent them from putting in as much offense as they can on offense, they start to get a bit frustrated, and that will force them outwards to commit a little heavier, a little more. But also something that has been an issue for the Knights of Chaos has just been defense. It's always been an issue for them. They like offense, but their mechanics on defense have not been their biggest fans. But if their offense is playing this well, who needs to worry about defense? Flip Sliderson comes in and ties it up.
Already we've seen him get close with 3 or 4 shots, and then that one landing. Not a player you want to just let take that opportunity. Flip Sliderson known to be able to get into the play as that third man and kind of wrap things up. But my goodness, already here they come again. Got another one. Tripwire. Nice pass over to AC.
And again, there's still some whiffs here for the Knights of Chaos. Again, you know, they're not known for their mechanics, but this has not been the best display of consistency from a team that, again, I mentioned, they are known for consistency. Flip Sliderson is a pretty consistent player, and so far this game, well, it hasn't just been him. It has been a lot of players, a lot of whiffs on Knights of Chaos here. Back on their own defensive half, they need to be a little more careful because any mistake they do make, AC and Aiko are going to capitalize on.
And we've seen them do it already. They just know how to put them on target. Can't leave opportunities sitting. What a play from Tripwire, keeping that one out of the net. That looked like it was going to land from Knights of Chaos had that not been there. Woo!
Yeah, and this is suffocation, TommyBuckets. Look at how closely Lee gets it. He doesn't give them any space. And that forces them all to stay back, and that's why Meatman gets that position. Even though he is so close to the net, he's going to be the fastest one to do that one because everybody on Floofy Strykers are pushed back here. Knights of Chaos, the Floofy Strykers are a tough defensive team. They really are. They are a strong defensive unit. There's a reason why they're up here. It's because it's not just offense, but it's also defense that has been so strong for them. Knights of Chaos have to stay consistent, have to stay strong, and have to keep on shooting. Meatman on a good save. Tripwire's gone on the end of a lot of these dunks.
That's one of the scary things about Knights of Chaos is their offense is fast-paced. They like to use demos and open things up, and I like to compare it to like a boa constrictor. Just the longer they're on that offensive side of the field, the tighter and tighter they get, and those shots start raining down. That's where you see a lot of these teams really start to struggle. Right now, their defense has got to hold on strong. They're getting a strong test here coming from this team.
Yeah, Floofy Strikers going to give them an all, and we're going to go to overtime here in Game 1. A good start for both these teams, really. They've both been able to implement their playstyles, but ultimately, there's no ties in Skyward Series. You do not get to tie your opponents. Sorry, I don't care how good you are. You got to get those wins, and right now, both these teams have looked like they can win it at moments. Still nothing to go through, but again, what can really work here in overtime is the Knights of Chaos being held back and getting frustrated. They are a team that can be frustrated! And there will be another goal for Tripwire's first of the game, and it's the overtime winner. Flip Sliderson with a bad decision here leaves it right in front of his net, and that is not going to be difficult for a player to jump on. Flip Sliderson with a mistake here, and Floofy Strikers take advantage. So far, so many goals on the Floofy Strikers have been these mistakes for the Knights of Chaos.
Yeah, I mean, you just can't leave it sitting there on the doorstep. When crossing out in front of the net is dangerous, and if you have to, I like to see players go high or quickly across. You don't want to leave the ball sitting there for too long.
And that means that will be a problem here. Knights of Chaos down by 1 early. Again, this is going to be a tough series for them, but if they need it, I really need to see more demos from them. I know that Flip Sliderson's not known for it.
Yeah, they're very strong on offense. And realistically, I think they get stronger on defense as the matches go on. One thing that's really great about Knights of Chaos is they know how to go the distance, and it can be very scary. They definitely know how to make teams, if they are in the lead, you know, Knights of Chaos have been known to push all the way to game 5s in close matches, so that pressure can be a little surmounting for some teams.
Yeah, of course. As again, big matchup here. Again, both teams are asking about spectating. Let me find it. There we go. Yep, of course, there we go. Yep, found the rule, don't worry. Anyways, we've been able to sort everything out, yep. Yep, both these teams are not going to have spectators in. Just need to check there, because again, the teams are asking about the spectator rule. But overall, everything is good to go here. Good luck to both these teams. We're going into Game 2, TommyBuckets. And again, in Game 1, I think for Knights of Chaos, they need to clean up these issues, and I do like that they're subbing in Mayhem here for Flip Sliderson. Sorry, not for Flip Sliderson, for Meatman. Because they need something else here. Last roster did not work for them, there's just too many mistakes, and I need to see Knights of Chaos really prevent them, because right now, those mistakes, that's going to be their downfall, because Floofy Strikers are good at catching people on mistakes. They are so fast whenever they need to be, and it really, it's a focus on Aiko specifically. Aiko, she will push up so aggressively, to the point where if you make any even small, minute error, She'll be right on top of that one. And before you even know it, oh, that's off the post, Mayhem. Oh, it's also off the post. Lade will put it in. But right now, the mistake not coming from the Knights of Chaos. It's coming from AC here, who did it 50-50 the right way. 50-50 it away from his net, towards the net, I should say. And away from where he should have. He should have been doing it goal side. Instead, your pinch almost goes in, but the follow-ups will. And the Knights of Chaos with an early lead.
Now they come out strong there. You love to see it. We're already seeing the pace pick up here for Knights of Chaos. We talk about those demos. Mayhem started off strong there as that play started developing. We're seeing it here again as they're already back on the attack. Nice. One bounce. It counts. It's sit in front of the net. Oh, and Mayhem with the put away. That might have landed, but it needed just a little bit of love. And here they go. We're seeing a lot of offense from them. We haven't seen too much on how that defense is going to handle, though.
Yeah, of course, again, as you see there, already a great start here for the Knights of Chaos. They needed this kind of a start. They needed to act fast because, again, last game, it was a bit of a slow start for both these teams, and that seemed to have benefited the Floofy Strykers here. As also what's going to help the benefit the Floofy Strykers is also the fact that, again, that they won yesterday for their 2v2 team, which is the much weaker of the two teams, has been their 2v2 team. They had a big win, again, a sweep. That can give them more confidence. Two of the players are currently here on the field, Aiko and AC. They played in that series yesterday. And again, with that confidence, they're going to look to add more here. Tripwire. They cleared around, Mayhem. Bumping Tripwire, now a dunk from Lade. Great play there. Aiko jumping to the sidewall, second touch. It's going to go backwards. As Aiko with the demo on Lade. Shot! And couldn't be saved. Flip Sliderson will score a third goal.
Starting to warm up. Flip is just starting to land. His consistency gets dangerous the warmer and warmer he gets. We're seeing it here. Had trouble finding the net early in match one. Knights of Chaos managing to get around the defense. Like to see a little bit stronger from Floofy Strykers. Maybe it was just a lot of offense from them in the first one. We didn't really get to see how their defense was performing. It looked like both teams were kind of struggling a little bit and were both making mistakes with a 3-4 finish. Now Knights of Chaos coming out strong. Floofy Strykers gonna have to lock in. They want to stay the length of this series.
50-50 Tripwire, now challenged by AC, trying to get the clear. Jumping is Flip Sliderson. Gonna move to offense, AC. Holds control, now clears it over Mayhem. Lade. Pinched. And this is Floofy Strykers having to be held back here. They really cannot break out, and this is Knights of Chaos at their best. This is when they put on overwhelming pressure, around. They don't care how they'll get through you, they'll do their hardest. Their offense is one of those ones that seems so unassuming. It's so simple, and yet it's so effective. Lade with the second. Knights of Chaos, after having such a tough time in game one, getting a lead. This game, having no problem extending it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the things, like I said, is so efficient about Knights of Chaos. Their offense gets going. So the org being led by Mayhem, he likes to play that aggressive play style, and you see it come out in this team. It's hard to play against. If they start lining things up, they can be very dangerous. As we've seen from Floofy Strykers, they as well start lining things up. Aiko has been very dangerous. Hasn't had any room here in match number 2. We'll see if they're able to get some breathing room and get things going. 4 points is a lot to ask for, but with 2 minutes on the clock, it could still happen. In Rocket League, I've seen it happen before.
Sliderson. Infield. I can't believe Aiko stayed with that one. And now she's found her way past 2. Aiko looking for the clear. Lade. Back past the Flip Sliderson here. And it's a smart play there from Lade to just keep the ball in the Knights of Chaos possession. They don't need to score anymore. All they need to do is make sure that Floofy Strykers don't. And keeping the ball possession away from them, that's going to be how you prevent teams from getting any offense.
Just kind of playing that clock, letting yourself kind of eat and sit on that big lead, make them have to make the moves. And sometimes those are when the mistakes happen. When you start forcing the team to have to make plays that count, that's when you see a lot of mistakes start developing.
That's just going to be in. Oh, what a save. Tripwire. Goal. Back for the Floofy Strykers.
He was stretching for that save, but it is just not going to be enough. They do get on the board here. They've got to continue this offense. They've got to continue this pressure to get back in here. They need another 3 just to see some OT.
And here we go. Game 2 continues on. Aiko laid with the clear, and the Knights of Chaos, their scoring has kind of stagnated here a little bit at the end of this game. They're looking to get it back online. As Mayhem, he's finding his way past a couple players here. Flip Sliderson off the back wall, in front for Lade, couldn't put it on, and no follow-up will come. Now AC, hook shot going, said no it wasn't. I thought Mayhem got on that one, he got a touch, but it wasn't enough.
Just a little off, a little hook shot coming from AC, puts it right on target. Mayhem is there, but needs a little bit more to get it up and over the edge of that crossbar. Now they're within 2. 48 seconds remain. They've got to keep the pressure mounting. Keep their foot on the gas here if they want to get back in this match.
It's Mayhem. It's a Chaos. I think they're feeling a bit of the nerves here because they know just how close the Floofy Strykers really are to getting back into this one. All they need is 2 more goals, and there's easily enough time for it. Mayhem. Just looking for the clear. Aiko waiting, but Lade will jump over. Now with a dunk on AC. Knights of Chaos in front for Lade. Misses this. Aiko now down the field. Mayhem doinks it off his own back wall. Lade keeps it up high. AC looking for 1. Lade will clear it away. Knights of Chaos, although it was definitely closer than they'd like it to be, they will get game 2 here. Will start themselves off with their first game win in the series.
Well played. We saw them step up. Their offense played well. They were definitely still getting goals in. But really, we got to talk to that defense. They shut down that high-power offense coming from Floofy Strykers that we saw in match number 1.
Yep, as we're going to make sure we get into game 3 soon. Yeah, we're going to move to game 3 as well, as soon as I update everything. There we go. Knights of Chaos again, a game win here. This could be what maybe is the catalyst for them. As, you ready, Tommy?
Absolutely. And once they get going, that's what's scary. Now that they got this win, they know they can score. They know they can figure out how to get around, and that's when they really start making those plays, get really dangerous. I like to see Floofy Strykers kind of lock in on defense. A lot of what we saw in match 1, they're going to need to continue in the rest of the series if they want to keep up with this match. You know they can do it. Aiko kind of showed up and showed out there in match 1. You've said you've seen him do it before. And we talk about that, you know, when you play 2s with somebody enough, things just start lining up. You don't even got to say anything anymore. And I'm kind of waiting for those moments to start happening for Floofy Strykers. And that could be dangerous.
You talk about 2s knowing that person. Let's talk about maybe one of the best 2s duos out there, Beast Mode and Daniel. And they've won tournaments without even being in the same comms. That's kind of how important that kind of chemistry is. And now they might actually be on the same streets team in the future. Who knows what will happen in this current LCS off season? But we definitely have seen it happen where really strong 2s teams now form a 3s team and they somehow do well. We'll see though if they can continue their success. Lade, flick, maybe 1. Oh, it's off the post. Knights of Chaos. That's not been the first time they've been denied by the woodwork.
My goodness. I mean, their shots, they just put up such a large amount of shots that even though some don't land, they just need a few. That's what they're known for. On the backside of that play, flips. Oh my goodness.
It's off the post again.
Just put a lot of trust that was going to be off.
Man, they cannot escape the post here, can they? It's a Chaos. That's the second time this game they've hit the post. And it's kind of that resiliency. They just need to kind of keep doing the same thing because they know it's working. They just need to actually just continue trying it because at some point it will actually go in. They've just been a bit, I think, unfortunate with their shooting here. It's been a slight bit wide. Now Aiko, dangerous position. Lade will challenge. Aiko still keeps it though. Bumps the miss by Flip Sliderson. Tripwire. Couldn't read this one. It's late to clear it back. And now Knights of Chaos gonna make some offense. Aiko clears it. Flip Sliderson bouncing in front. Misses this one completely. And now they can look for a clear way here. Floofy Strykers. That one easily collected by Lade. Mayhem. Doesn't challenge that! And Aiko will jump on it. Mayhem didn't feel the pressure. And that little bit of nonchalant movements will allow the Floofy Strykers to take the lead.
go with some precision there to get around Mayhem and then also get around that backside defender on that back post. Kind of slotted into that corner there. Well play shot coming from Maiko. Now here's Flip on the run. He's got some space. Nobody's in net. Oh, didn't have any boost to finish, but his teammate Mayhem just kind of fills the gap and also no boost. My goodness.
No boost warriors here.
Drained.
Yeah, I hate to say this. This is not the no boost specials. This is not Puzka's team. But that is but I'm sure Puzka, if he was watching this, he'd be very proud to see some no boost special type plays coming through. And that will allow the Knights of Chaos to get a goal back here. As you mentioned, there's no shooting opportunity from the back wall, but it's still dangerous because of so many of the passing plays that Knights of Chaos can put in. And I mean, their shooting is a lot more dangerous if it's from point blank range, and that's what those passes can allow them to do. There's AC. Oh my goodness, AC, couple double taps there. We've seen him. I told you, this guy's mechanical. He can hit these kind of things, and mind you, this is just a Challenger League, and AC's doing this. He's done this consistently.
Yeah, it's always scary when a player has those mechanics to get those things to land because they don't always land. You see moments like that where they get the double tap and it kind of goes a little wide. But then when they do land, it's a little unsuspecting and they're harder to stop. Nice touch from Lade. Oh, the double tap opportunity. Oh, no. Off the crossbar again. Knights of Chaos just at the doorstep on multiple occasions. Floofy Strykers stay alive. The transition. Now they're on the attack. Light goes up. The drop down, but nobody's there. They quickly turn the ball over.
Again, Knights of Chaos, I think it's really, so far this series, it's been their accuracy that's been a bit of an issue for them. They aren't going to get millions of opportunities against this team. Floofy Strykers have a solid defensive line to the point where getting a goal past them, any goal, is already really difficult. Oh, but a pass! Oh, and Lays now just saved his own team's shots. Still in front. Tripwire's bumped. In comes Flip. Oh no, it's hit the post again. Knights of Chaos, they cannot score no matter how hard they try.
One of the things, stat lines I really love to talk about, and something I'm going to bring into the season 3, is missed opportunities. A lot of teams just fail to realize how many moments in a game that they could have put things away. And when you have an open opportunity like that, you go high off the crossbar, you got to start asking yourself the hard questions. And one of them is, are those missed opportunities? How many times was it right there? The Lade said, we only miss them here and there. We're going to find the target eventually. There it lands. Nice play from Mayhem out to Lade at midfield, and it just goes up and over the defender.
Knights of Chaos, so far they've been failing their shooting training. Shooting 2 goals on 10 shots. Which is, by the way, not great. That's pretty bad shooting accuracy, but I mean, they're shooting more, they're getting more goals than Floofy Strykers, even though it's very ugly looking. Just how they have been able to do their offense. If it works, it works. They're not going to complain about it. And I think, ultimately for them, if they can escape this game with a win, they're going to feel like the kings of the series.
Absolutely. Like I said, one thing that they're known for is just keeping the pressure on. Clean up that accuracy, and they're going to be very, very dangerous. They just kind of go on these moments where it's like an onslaught, where you see, 2, 3, 4 shots get put on target before one lands, but that's just how their offense works. They wait for those bumps, they wait for those moments to attack, and they end up putting them away here and there, just like they have here in match number 3. Play in the corner, and now the clear.
Wait a sec, did I mute myself? I think I muted myself.
There's a solid chance of that.
I think I muted myself there. So sorry about that. Here we are, I'm back. And oh, wait a second, Mam's just gonna score here. That should secure game 3 here. Again, so sorry about those few seconds there. I totally thought you guys were hearing what I was saying, but I think I just muted myself. As a good play from Mayhem, catches both players out. You cannot blame Floofy Strykers for going all in on that challenge. They have to win it. But ultimately, Knights of Chaos will score from it, and this game is over. They only one away from taking the series.
Yeah, Mayhem is just so strong. I mean, he plays in your face. I mean, he's going for bumps, he's going for demos, and even when you give him a little bump back, start rubbing some rubber with him, he's really hard to play against because he can fight through it. He knows what it's like, and he can be very dangerous when you start playing his game.
Yep, as we're going to move into our fourth and what could be our final game of the series, Knights of Chaos. I've seen oodles of success, but there's still a lot of things that could go against them here. There's still a lot of work they have to do. This series is nowhere near over. And again, it looks like they might be putting in either some roster changes or some card changes. We'll see what they're doing here. As Lade's left. And now he's back. We're waiting on Flipsiders, and will Meatman take position here? No, Flipsiders will be back. Looks like Tripwire is now also going to join back in. We're getting some players moving around here doing a bit of a car swapping. Everybody's not really happy with their playstyle, and I can't blame them. Because so far this game, for the Floofy Strykers, they lost. So you can see why. For Knights of Chaos, the reason why they've not been so happy is because their shooting should have been a lot better. They had well over 10 shots. Scoring only 3 times is just not going to be a good enough shooting for them when they're shooting that often.
Yeah, it sucks to see some of them shots not land, but they're known for just kind of keeping that pressure on. And it helps when in those moments when your shots aren't landing, the more often you can have those opportunities, the better.
As we'll move on to game 4. Waiting on everybody. Yep. There he is. Tripwire should be here. Is everybody here? Yep, everybody's here. There's all 8 of us, so let's get ourselves in. Game 4, Knights of Chaos could win the series here.
They're playing very strong on offense. Defense and midfield line struggling a little bit, but thankfully right now, Floofy Strykers, a lot of striking going on. We saw it really strong coming out in match 1. It's kind of dwindled off. We'll have to see them really kind of get back in the swing of things. They want to see a game 5 against these guys.
I really think the Knights of Chaos defense has really saved themselves last game, although it almost hurt them there. I think the Knights of Chaos defense actually saved themselves last game because their offense was the issue. As we're having ping issues? Oh boy, Flipsiderson's having some internet issues. That's unfortunate here. Hopefully, again, if Knights of Chaos want to, they can call a lobby reset at this point in the game. But it doesn't look like they want one. It looks like they're going to keep on playing. They're happy so far with the server. As now, Mayhem up for this one. Towards the net. Mayhem might get through all of them. It's just wide. Again, it's off the post. Knights of Chaos found a breakthrough here. But they still put on pressure. Aiko veered it back. Lead now. Unintentional back pass. Flipsiderson up. Maybe he could dunk him. And that one, Tripwire, gets the clear away.
Getting a demo, trying to slow them down as they get into the zone. Now AC out in front of the net. Needed a save from Flipsiderson, and he's going to find it. Keeps them out of trouble so far. They need a clear here. Out to midfield. Now Mayhem on the pickup over the defender, and then also gets the demo. And like I said, a lot of the momentum you see for Knights of Chaos comes after a demo and after a bump. You see it right here. Mayhem finds an opportunity, takes out that last man back. There they go, getting themselves on board early.
That is such a Mayhem play, getting a demo even though he didn't even intend to get a demo there. That is Mayhem in a nutshell. He has made a name for himself by being one of the most annoying players to play against. But a good pass in field! Aiko scores. Tripwire with the vision here to get one back. All because of this incredible pass play. The Floofy Strykers answer.
I mean, such an efficient pass, and then you're talking about the accuracy. We've talked about it all series long coming from Aiko. Been absolutely dangerous. We just need to see more of it. Getting shots are hanging tough, but only just a little short. But Tripwire, one bounce, it counts, and now they find themselves a lead here.
Again, Flipsiderson's having some issues with his internet and his ping, and I don't know if those were the reasons he missed. My assumption is that it is. And it's just at the wrong time. Unfortunate circumstances, we can't do a lobby reset anymore. We've already had a couple goals go in. So Knights of Chaos are gonna hope here that he can fix his issues. Flipsiderson maybe scores right back. Almost through them all. But it's again the post. The best defender so far. That post has been consistently saving this Floofy Strykers team from what would be surefire goals.
Knights of Chaos are just, I mean, time and time again are just right in front of the door, trying to get it in, but just a little off. Start lining up those shots. It's going to be very dangerous for Floofy Strykers. A little double commit there, almost spewed trouble for him. Now on a quick counterplay. My goodness. A very strong Floofy Strykers team here. They're looking to keep continuing playing in this series.
There's now tripwire for this one here. And the Floofy Strykers, as we're hitting to about midway through this game, a 2-goal lead. Again, this must feel good for them after having last game being so difficult for them. Come back into this game and to really prove that they have everything under lock. Showing more, it's Aiko again. She's done it again here. The shooting from Aiko, just impeccable.
Now, they're just trusting the accuracy coming from her. She's getting in those open spaces on the field. They're throwing passes, and they're getting put away right now. Aiko is looking dangerous. That momentum carries into Game 5. Going to be very scary for Knights of Chaos.
Yeah, and you know, in the likely chance that the Floofy Strykers do win this game, going into Game 5, they're going to have a ton of momentum as well. A lot of times when teams win Game 4, they're the ones to also win Game 5, or at the very least get off to such a strong start in Game 5. We're going to see how Knights of Chaos can respond to this. Again, this game's not over. They definitely need to play a little more. We might be having a lobby reset as well, again, with the ping issues that they've been having. That definitely hasn't helped them. But that hasn't been the biggest reason why this game's been difficult for them. We've seen these adjustments here from Floofy Strykers. We're seeing more of Aiko on offense. And whenever Aiko gets herself into shooting positions, that might just be it for you as a team.
Yeah, and I like to talk about passing lanes. You know, yeah, ping's a little bit of an issue, but they're just leaving these lanes open, allowing those passes to get through, and Aiko is just in the right spot and is accurate, and the shots are landing. And they need to capitalize on that and kind of challenge those passing lanes and try to shut those down. It's really what looks like going to be heading to a Game 5 showdown between them.
Well, Knights of Chaos are no stranger to Game 5. They've been here before. Again, there's still a minute left, though, for them to, at the very least, get something to go for them. At the very best, maybe actually take the series anyways. There's still time left for them. But so far, they have looked like a shell of their former selves from Game 3. This is not the Knights of Chaos that is so aggressive, that is so strong. This is not the Knights of Chaos that people know for being so strong. This is the Knights of Chaos right now, and is definitely feeling the pressure in this series. Feeling that play here from Floofy Strykers, and they're having difficulties keeping up with it.
Yeah, they're definitely struggling on defense a little bit, but their offense starting to kick. Question is it a little too late? One thing that they don't score too quickly. A lot of times you see kind of the Knights of Chaos offense kind of have that building momentum where they get into the zone. A shot goes on target, then it lands. Question is, do they have enough time? Because they need to.
They need him quickly. Mayhem off the back wall. Flip saved as well. Still in front of the nets. No one jumping. AC's got a free touch here, but only towards Lade. Off the back wall. In front, Aiko. Not a lot of boost. And that's a missed opportunity here for the Knights of Chaos. And that means, yes, we are heading to a final game in this series.
What a performance. Way to send that to a Game 5. And as we talked about, Knights of Chaos have been here before. You got to think that speaks wonders to... Yeah, it looks like they are calling for a lobby reset. But Knights of Chaos have been here before, and you got to think that speaks wonders to the Captain Mayhem. Just got to have a way to keep these guys calm under pressure, kind of get those wins when they need them deep into these series. And it's going to be an exciting one to see who comes out on top here.
Yes, we're going to make sure we get everything set up here. We're going to make sure the lobbies is one that both teams can play on. Again, Flip Slyerson had a ton of issues last game.
Unfortunately, that is something that as players as a whole, you know, even as casters ourselves, when we get in on the game, you know, every once in a while you deal with them lobby issues. So hopefully the reset kind of settles things out for us. Especially these players coming into Game 5, you definitely don't want to be wearing anything.
Yes. Again, Knights of Chaos, no stranger to situations like this. They went to Game 5 recently. As, again, they went to Game 5. Last time they went to Game 5, I think, was, again, pretty recently here. In an exciting series. I'm trying to find it specifically. They had a specific series I can think of. Yeah, when they played Out of Touch, another really strong team. It's, they had to go to Game 5 against them. They beat them. It was tough.
I mean, but those tough battles, you know, that kind of molds you as a player and gets you prepared for these tight knit battles that you got to get in when you got to go against teams like Knights of Chaos that know how to go the distance. They know how to put that pressure on. And you really got to kind of put your best foot forward to get a win over them. Here we go on Champions Field, baby.
Game
TommyBuckets'
5.
favorite.
Yeah, it's a favorite. Maybe we'll get the TommyBuckets Classic. Game 5 overtime. We'll see if we can get there, but for right now, that's a Chaos again. A rough win last game. They're going to chalk it up to the ping, I have a feeling. As again, one of the players was having some issues here. But again, with this game, I think everything going better for them. Can they reset properly? What a touch from Meatman, who has subbed in here. A gutsy call, I've just noticed. Subbing in Meatman for Flip Sliderson.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he just was worried about that ping and just didn't want to risk it. Meatman is an excellent player, and it's going to bring a little bit different of a play style, because he's kind of that midfield menace for him. I always like to call him Eminem. Meatman and Mayhem working together can be dangerous. When they get comfy together, they can start linking up on plays, and you can find yourself in a heap of trouble. See how Floofy Strykers handle it.
Well, so far, to the midfield. Good save from Mayhem. Meatman doesn't read this one. Still gets the corner boost. No one really putting in a challenge here for Knights of Chaos. That's a mistake. Tripwire, looking in field, but he misses this one entirely. And now Demo's ringing out across the field here for the Knights of Chaos. Meatman, shot down. Aiko, well, here's to the corner. Laid. Gonna put it back into a place of trouble towards the net. Cleared away by Tripwire. Now off the ground. No second touch there. Meatman cleared back by AC. Laid. Maybe second here for Laid. Good touch. But right now, Knights of Chaos struggling just to get the ball through the midfield. This Floofy Strykers team trying to set up shop.
You feel the pressure. Both of these teams don't want to make the mistake. You see a lot slower gameplay. As going for the flip reset, it lands, gets the pass, but a well-executed save from Meatman keeps him out of trouble. A lot of times in these game 5s, when these matches are close, teams play slow and you kind of see that momentum ramp up. Both teams looking to find that mistake that the other defense makes. Right now, not gonna happen.
Good clear from Laid. AC there to stop it. Meatman off the corner. No second there because it is challenged again. Knights of Chaos struggling to get offense. And if they're struggling to get offense, Floofy Strykers have every reason to get themselves off to a lead here, but they haven't been able to do that either. Both these teams scoreless as we're over 2.5 minutes in this game. AC maybe can be the first. That is well wide. Knights of Chaos going for the clear. Again, they're really struggling to get this ball out of their half. And that is a surprise because this roster's been doing so well. What a dunk from Blade. Oh, saved by AC. An immediate transition now. Mayhem not on. Tripwire clears it back.
Him out in the breakout, gets a nasty little angle, almost drops it down in front of the net, but it's not going to land. Now Laid looking to create some opportunities here, trying to drop it off, but does throw it up and over his defender. Now on the chase back, trying to make something happen. They do get a little bit of time as Aiko runs out of boost. Might have seen a little bit of luck there. Oh, Meatman had an opportunity. We talk about missed opportunities. Again, the net was wide, just doesn't get the touch he's looking for. It goes off the sidewall, and now they find themselves still tied with 1:20 on the clock.
Yeah, you said it about it. Those missed opportunities. You're not going to get many of them here, Knights of Chaos. They've really been starved of shots. But here, one-on-one. Great bump. Oh, and an even better save there from Aiko. She had to avoid the demo. But not just that, she had to make the save. And she did both.
My goodness. We talk about how the offense develops for Knights of Chaos. We saw the bump coming from Mayhem and kind of opening up the opportunity there. But well executed defense, filling the gap, making sure stay strong, stay calm. Oh my goodness, he gets a redirect. AC pulling out all the stops here.
Mayhem. Final 30 seconds. Still no goals. Pretty surprising in a Knights of Chaos game not to see anybody score yet. That's just been how close, how defensive it has been. And really, I think it's whoever scores first is going to win this. I don't know if we're going to go to overtime, Tommy, but it's not unlikely. Tripwire trying to do it. Laid keeps it out. Now clear. Final seconds. Knights of Chaos still cannot break out. And maybe chance. Aiko shot saved by Lade, and we are going to Game 5 overtime. Only one goal is going to be scored here, and that one will choose who wins the series.
My goodness, what a play. Lade has been absolutely stellar on defense. 2 moments where they needed a must save coming from Knights of Chaos, and they found it. Lade not letting anything go through, not taking any chances, not going to let it happen through him. Now they got to find a way to score. Neither team's been able to kind of break through that ice.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity from Aiko there. Had an open net. Misses it. I don't know if she knew the real just chance that she had in front of her. But now Knights of Chaos, Mate Man. He's been clutch before. Had to dribble his way past the entire defense. That's not something that's going to be easy for him, but you never want to not take your chances. As Lade. Look at how far back Knights of Chaos are. This is a surprising level of defense that they're playing. And you can see that they are just not willing to take any chances. They know who they're playing against. They know how good that team is. But this defensive posturing might hurt them! It's an own goal to end it! Absolute tragedy here from Mayhem.
Oh my, Tripwire just puts it on target. And an accidental touch from Mayhem. And that's going to land. Floofy Strykers taking it on Champions Field. Man, oh man, I think he wanted that and tried to pull off, realizing his teammate was there and just couldn't get off in time. And an unfortunate redirect is going to put that one on target.
Oh my, what a game here, Floofy Strykers. What a series. For all its hassle, all the action. I can't, this one was close down to the very wire. Yes, pun intended. And my goodness, it has stayed close, but what a win here for the Floofy Strykers. It couldn't have been any closer.
Yeah, I mean, again, you talk about missed opportunities. There was a couple of moments there in that final match. Knights of Chaos had opportunities to put it away, just couldn't find the right one to land. And then Floofy Strykers as well. They had a few open net opportunities. They didn't go, but they managed to make one happen at the end. My goodness, they're going to take that one a very close Game 5 fashion.
Yes, I think we're going to get Aiko in here to jump in. Aiko was in the interview yesterday. I'm sure she'll be back, as here comes a follow from Storm. Thank you, Storm, for it. And TommyBuckets, what a series. What an incredible series.
Way to get back in the booth with a Game 5 OT finish, man. I'm super excited that just went down. It's my favorite moments of Rocket League. I know the players get a little hesitant, their hands get a little sweaty, they start shaking a little bit, but
yeah, a little bit of mom spaghetti.
My goodness.
As let's get
an exciting one.
Yeah, let's get Aiko in here. Welcome in, Aiko. Congratulations, man. Your win yesterday was a lot easier. Today it got really close. How do you feel relieved right now that you got that win?
I feel so relieved after getting that win. That was such a intense series, the most intense series I think I've ever played in my entire life. Holy.
Well, I'm happy I'm the one. I'm happy that TommyBuckets and I were the ones watching this thing, because it really was close, and it was all hands on deck here for the Floofy Strykers. Tell me, specifically, Game 3, you had a lot of issues on your team. Knights of Chaos did not look it looked unbeatable on offense. They looked like they were scoring everything they could have. What did you change for Games 4 and 5 to really shut them down? Because their offense stopped getting as successful after that Game 3.
I think what happened was Game 2, so Game 1, it was a close game. Game 2, they came in firing. They came in demo heavy. There was so much pressure that we couldn't just handle it. We got really tilted in games 2 and 3. Games 4 and 5, we finally calmed down, and we finally started picking it up, and we just we just played the best that we could.
You know, when you got to go against a team like Knights of Chaos, especially on a game 5, you know, you guys came out swinging. We saw a lot of you, I go early on, and then you guys kind of slowed things down, started playing your game, and came out strong. What kind of mental are you doing to kind of give these players and kind of keep them in a safe space to keep them going strong in matches like this?
I just told him to take the full 60 seconds, just take a minute to breathe, calm down, because I know we have a really strong team. I mean, we just beat one of the best teams in this league, I'd say. And it was not easy. I knew that if we just played our game, just calm down, that we can get the win, and we did, and it feels so good.
Again, what a matchup. You got any statements? Guess what? Yeah, this matchup is actually the last one that's gonna be on my stream for a while. I'm gonna be going on a little bit of a break for a while. But hey, how does it feel to here to win? How does it feel to overall kind of prove that you are such a good top contender here in the street circuit? I mean, next week, let's see who you got next week, because I think next week you got another matchup coming up. You got, I'll find it. You got Radiance Define, and I think I remember you saying something about how you really wanted to play that team.
I think it was Striker Aqua was one of the teams that I wanted to play.
Oh, Striker Acro. Maybe it's a different person.
Radiant
There's so many people that go on the stream.
Fine.
Radiance Define, that is Sleepless's team.
I don't know much about Radiance Define. All I know is that it's another team, it's another game that we gotta play, and we gotta come out and play our best to get another one if we can.
Yeah, of course. Now, currently, your team currently ranked in the playoffs at number 7. You're gonna shoot up. Where do you want to be at the end of the season? There's only a few weeks left.
At the end of this season, with the teams that we have to play, we have Radiance Define and Striker Aqua. I think that we can beat both of them. I think if we continue to play that the way that we've been playing, we could definitely be a top 4 team. I think this was probably one of the toughest teams that we're gonna have to play. Radiance Define, I don't know much about them. I know Striker Aqua is a really good team. We've played them in scrims quite a bit. I think that's probably going to be another really tough match.
Well, again, I like to hear that. TommyBuckets, you got any final messages or questions here for Aiko?
Guys took down a very strong Knights of Chaos team. They've seen game 5s before. They know what it's like. Play very aggressive and in your face, and you guys battled through it, got the victory in game 5. Amazing performance, and I'm excited to hear how you guys finish out the rest of your season.
Appreciate it.
And congratulations, Aiko. Congratulations, Floofy Strykers, on a successful series here.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, TommyBuckets, what a matchup. And
I mean, I had a feeling, man. I had a feeling.
you know, it couldn't have been any closer. Again, thank you, Aiko, for joining in. Have a great rest of your evening.
Thank you. You guys as well.
Again, TommyBuckets, again, that was the only match today. I mean, I'm happy that we had it, though. This matchup deserves to kind of be recognized. It was so close. And what's fun about it is there's so many ways you can look at it, because either teams could have won this one. That's how close it was.
Yeah, it was super close. Again, you talk about those missed opportunities. They knocked on the doorstep a few times there in that game 5 and just were a little off. You see Mayhem trying to open the door with that bump there in the net, tried to give Meatman a little bit of wiggle room and just couldn't find the target. And on that far end, you just can't make those mistakes at this competitive level.
It wasn't even big things. It was these teams, just 2 top-tier teams. They look like top-tier teams. I think it was just a day where the Strykers played a little bit better, were a little bit more on their game. Do you have any messages that you want to say to anybody else out there? Any thank yous, any shout-outs that you have?
No, shout out to Mayhem, dude. Thanks for having a match today, letting me be able to get in the booth here with Sporty and seeing you play, man. It was exciting, and I'm excited to see Knights of Chaos continue to play. Win or lose, they're always exciting out there. They had a tough battle tonight.
I'm surprised you didn't mention...
It was an exciting one.
Surprised you didn't mention Splash Series Season 3. Go support Splash Series, everybody. Go support TommyBuckets. He's got Season 3 coming out in, how long? Like a month now? In like a month, we're going to start Season 3?
We got signups are going to be ending at the end of April, and we're going to be kicking it off on May 4th. But yeah, I was trying to be a little humble. I love Skyward Series too. So, if you're looking to compete, we're looking for anybody Champ 1 all the way to SSL. And if you got that high flying talent of GC3 Plus, I'd love to see you come out in an opening season for our Tsunami Cup. It's going to be our GC.
again, thank you all so much for joining. Everybody, have an amazing rest of your night.